Good morning and early morning. The sun's just coming up. It's going to be a beautiful day, winter's day here in Australia. I thought I'd make this little video about the world. There seems to be, and this is from the highest spiritual point, and I don't think anyone's going to really hear this or be able to hear it, but I'll explain it from the highest spiritual point of view. The premise is that there is no world, that this is all an illusion, a dream, that we're in eternity now, dreaming of ourselves as driving a car or going to work or doing whatever we seem to be doing. The Hindus call it the Maya, and the Buddhists refer to it as a vast projection of the mind, but without reality. Reality, of course, itself being eternal and ever-extending and formless, and a singular entity without the duality that the world seems to have, which is good and bad, right and wrong, which of course is based in judgment. So if you find yourself in the world and unhappy, depressed, anxious, and all of these sorts of states, mental states, don't be surprised. The world is an experience of denial of love, true love, unconditional love, all-encompassing love. We have free will, and we've chosen to undertake the journey on the soul to discover what we are as love, which in classical terms is referred to as self-realization or enlightenment or salvation. So if, like me, you once, or perhaps you still do, but if you are sitting at home depressed and you hate the world, that's a good thing. Of course you should hate the world. It will never, pardon me, it'll never meet up to your expectations, because you're a being of love, you are spirit, and you come from love, and love somewhere within you, the memory of that unconditional love burns away, and it eats this emptiness into your heart, it's this emptiness and this lack of belonging into your being. It's like, why am I here? What is God? Where is God? What is the meaning of life? What the fuck? So don't be surprised to find yourself in a place that makes no sense, in situations that seem intolerable to you. That's the world. Welcome to it. It's designed to be a place wherein you can learn that you get the results of your thinking by the choices that you make. Ergo, reinstalling to you the power of your mind, you becoming the master of your journey rather than the victim of journeys that seem to be outside of you and all around you. That's the spiritual path. The idea that you would be terrified of looking within, which you are. I mean, if everything is love, right, as above, so below, in heaven, let's say, or in eternity, it's better. Heaven is more of a state of mind. In eternity, a different state, if you want to call that a different dimension, I'm happy with that for a second, but it's the only real dimension, if that would make sense. If love is the state of everything, then it must be the state of everything here. But we cannot see it because we have this amnesia. We don't know why we're here. We don't know what God is, if God is love. So we cannot see God's will at work in our lives in this world. And when we learn to do that, our lives will become free and easy and go with the flow. And as our minds heal, our bodies also heal, because our bodies are a construct of the mind. It's no point praying for the healing of the body. You pray for the healing of the mind that believes it is a body, because the mind constantly confuses the body, which is its vessel, with what it is. My jumper, my car, I this, I that. It's all the little I, the ego I. And as you become more aware of that and more willing to take on board the spiritual journey, at first it's very frustrating, but it does get easier. So And there is no other way around it, believe me. I've waved my fists at the sky, and I've looked for 25 years for books and ways and other things that tell me that the world is true. But everything I read points to the fact that it's not, including quantum physics these days. Oh, that's a wide load. So don't be just surprised to find yourself in a world that makes no sense. It's not designed to make sense. It's designed to push your buttons. So you have the idea of free will in order to make this illusion, this dream seem real and tangible to you. You seem to be able to be autonomous, but everything becomes hard work when you try to exercise free will, and you seem to be up against authority everywhere. And the system of the government, let's say, we'll call the world system, the government system, the same thing. The system set up, I would like to say, to guide you, is more set up to control you. And whilst that might be very frustrating, it's also a button-pushing opportunity. And if you learn to see the opportunities in button-pushing, which are often never nice, but as you learn spiritual principles, such as forgiveness, tolerance, patience, living in this moment, letting go of the past and the future, etc., and deferral to God in moments wherein you have no recourse to anything else, the miraculous nature of your mind. As you learn to use those things in your journey, as they become your compass and your guide and your map, and you learn to discover your own inner voice, your own inner true guide, you'll find that your concerns for the outside world fall away bit by bit, that your relationships become easier and healed as you become healed of all references to separation from God, as you confront those moments that push your buttons and heal them miraculously. So I hope that makes sense. You may have to watch this video a few times and tag people in it. Tag people in this video. All these videos are helpful, even if you only hear a little tiny bit of what I'm saying. Eventually it'll add up, it'll compound in there, but you have this thing in there, this ego voice, which likes to fight against the truth. And the reason it does that is because it's in charge. You've ascribed this voice in here, this ego, authority. You've given it authority to be your guide. What will I wear today? Where will I go? How will I respond to this situation? Blah, blah, blah. And you simply listen to those thoughts that it puts to you, and you speak them through the vessel as if that's you. But you can just as easily learn to listen to the thoughts for your holiness, which come from deeper within you, and the thoughts for the holiness of others, and begin to let those words come from your lips. And instead of condemnation, tolerance, patience, love, forgiveness, and all those things. And perhaps you'll begin to be able to see the effects of those words from your lips manifest as more beneficial situations for you in life, rather than words of hate and misery and suffering and pain and death. So there's a lot to it. Like, it takes a moment to learn. There's a period of mastery of concepts which will take you several years perhaps. But and get yourself a copy of A Course in Miracles if you don't have one already. It'll be invaluable help to you. And start doing the workbook lessons, which are about halfway through the book. Have a read of the text, etc. So suicide as an option to feeling the pain of the world is not really valid. I mean, you can't destroy yourself ever. You are eternal. You are spirit, and you will manifest another body just as you have this one. And your journey will kick off exactly where it began. You know, do you really want to have to undergo through the whole lot of it again to get to this point here and now? I don't think so. I didn't, and I tried suicide once and had to confront it again just prior to my enlightenment in 1997. So I hope you can hear this and watch all the other videos on my Facebook, Dave Phare, Phare, or you can go to YouTube and look up my channel, Awaken Now, and you'll find other videos there. Also, I highly recommend jump onto Ted Poppe Jr. Ted, P-O-P-P-E-J-R, Ted Poppe Jr. in United States, and he has an incredible 365 videos which follow along with the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. So if you're having trouble doing the book, listen to his videos, do the lessons in conjunction with his videos. And you should know he was my teacher for 6 years. I sat with him and had my brains compounded and expounded and everything. I wouldn't like to do it again, but I'm glad I did it. All right, well, I love you, and be happy, think happy, love happy. All right, bye.